Okay, well, this is something that's kind of whimsical that I decided to call this my perpetual imagination machine. And I was in my local dollar store the other day and I found these notched popsicle sticks. And, they're a children's item for the kids to build stuff with because they're notched and you can put them together and create whatever your brain dreams up, whatever your imagination can think of. You can put these together and build something, and it's a child's toy like Tinker Toys or anything that's made for young children to let them develop their imagination and come up with something that is inventive. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to get those and see if I can make a pulse motor out of it. And it was successful, but the more I went into it, the more my brain thought of what else can I do with it, and I ended up with this thing, and I'm calling it the Perpetual Imagination Machine. And it's kind of what Granddad does with his projects is he develops them into something more than just a stark object. He puts color into it, and these little figurines are part of the coloring, like the children's coloring books where they fill in the colors. Well, this is a 3D representation of coloring in a project. It's just a simple pulse motor with a rotor hung by magnets and then a driver. But then I've colored it like a child would. And I thought, you know what? This is what the world needs, is they need this kind of thinking starting at a young age with people's brains to fill in what they develop and color it. So anyway, I'm just calling this the Perpetual Imagination Machine. And this was just came out of my brain on what to do with a simple idea of just putting sticks together. And then where do you go with that? And this is where I went. But what was interesting about this project is what's going on right here. And you notice that LED doesn't blink all the time? It's hit and miss. And this is an example of a hit and miss situation. And Robert Murray Smith did a video on hit and miss engines going way back when they first were developed. And this is an example of a hit and miss. As that rotor wobbles around, it triggers the reed switch in a hit and miss fashion, but it keeps on rolling around with inertia. And the early motors, internal combustion motors, used a hit and miss design, and this was an example of that. The advantage is the energy in that supercap lasts a long, long time, when you're just pulsing it every once in a while. The inertia in the flywheel keeps it spinning. The hit and miss energy going into it provides the impetus for that to keep on going. So anyway, I'm just calling this my Perpetual Imagination Machine, just to show what your brain can do when you give it certain building tools and then let it go wild. Thanks for watching.